Okay, let's see. This is Angela Monroe again with my information. Where this is Ventures Level 2. This is still for Monday, June 1st, and it's our last part, Part 3. And we're finishing up Unit 9 on daily living. Now, the objectives last time were to introduce a customer invoice. This time we're still going to be practice reading customer invoices. And we didn't make it to using let's and let's not, but we will cover that in this part of the lesson. So those are the things that I would like to cover today. And we're going to start today's instruction with the student book, page 121. So if you'll get that out, that's the blue book that we use in class. And we'll get started there. Okay, so let's first think about let's and let's not. So let's study English. What does that mean? It means that's a good idea. It's something that we should do, and it's positive, right? Because we all want to study English. So let's study English. So let's think of some things that we can do. That's a good idea. So we can say, let's have a party, right? We can say, let's take a field trip. Those are good things. Let's go out to eat, like at a restaurant. Or let's have a break. Sometimes between videos, I'm sure you take a break. I'm sure your students, your children are on break from school. So these are things, we're going to do these things. They're all positive. They're good ideas, right? So that's what we think about when we say let's. Right? So let's think about let's not. So it's not a good idea. We don't want to do these things. So let's not use cell phones in class. Okay? Let's not, what else? What else is not a good idea? Go above the speed limit. Right? And with the COVID, with the virus, let's say let's not gather in crowds. Okay? So these are all examples of things that we don't want to do. Let's not do these. These are negative, okay? So let's go ahead and turn to page page 121 of your book. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and erase these because if you want to, you can rewind the video and write some of those down if you want them for reference. But we're going to move on to page 121. So it says, let's plus base form of verb of let's not plus base form of verb to make suggestions. Like, let's buy a new refrigerator. That means let us buy a new refrigerator. Let's not fix the dishwasher. Means let us not fix we don't want to fix the dishwasher. We either want someone to fix it for us or we want to buy a new one. All right? So there's a little QR code right here that will that if you use your QR reader on your phone will help to explain more of that for you. So if you want to pull that up and stop the video and watch that, then you can come back and join us. So, but if you stop the video, that's fine, but I'm going to start picking up with part 1. Look at the kitchen and the list. We have $2,000. What do we want to buy, change, or fix? We're going to make suggestions. So A says, let's buy a new refrigerator. Great, let's do that. No, let's get a new one. It's too expensive. Let's repair the old one. So if we were in class, I would put you into groups and you could sit there and figure out what you would want to do for $2,000. But since we're not in class, I'm going to just walk you through it. We see a broken window. We see paint coming off the walls. We see a leaking refrigerator. The table and chairs are broken. We see the stove is disrepair and the sink is leaking. We see mismatched light fixtures. Like there's just a whole bunch going wrong with that house. So we see 2 cans of paint is $65. A new table is $150. New chairs are $50 each, right? So let's go through and decide what's most important. The first thing I would fix is the window, because, you know, a broken window is going to cost you a lot more, even with just heating and air conditioning. People can get in your house. Bugs and stuff can get in your house. So I think the window is the first thing we're going to fix. So I'm going to pull up my little calculator here, and I'm going to keep kind of a running tally and see what else we want to fix. The other thing we might want to fix is a refrigerator repair, because we don't want our food going bad. Because we need to have food. And if it goes bad, we can't eat it, right? So the refrigerator repair, we can get a new one or we can repair the old one. To get a new one is half our budget, $950. And to repair the old one is $300. So I'm going to say we're going to repair the old one. We're not going to replace it right now because we only have a budget of $2,000 and we're already at $650. Okay? So let's look. The sink repair. It's $400 for a new sink, but $150 for a repair. So let's just repair it right now because we've got so much we need to fix that I think we're just going to stick with repairing the sink. And then as we get new money, we can go back and replace these items, right? Let's buy a light bulb because one of the light bulbs is out. Right? And let's see what else. The dishwasher. Now, a dishwasher is something that we don't have to have right now because you can wash your dishes in the sink. But we might want to go ahead and fix our stove because we need to be able to cook our food. So we're going to repair our stove for $200. Now, they have it listed, you can replace it, but we're trying to get all of our kitchen working the best we can for now. The other thing I see is maybe a new table, because why does that do that? How much is a new table? $150. Right, we're going to get a new table for $150. And then it says each chair is $50, but we only see 2 broken ones. So let's buy 2 chairs. We don't need 4 because 2 of them don't look broken. So that's going to be another $100 because they're 50 each. So 50 plus 50 is 100. Okay, so that we're at $12.55. So we still could fix a few things. So we could go ahead and make the lights match. So we can buy a light at $45. So they match. We could buy, let's see, we could buy paint so we can fix up the walls at $65. Right? I think we have enough money to go ahead and fix the dishwasher. Is 200. Okay, let's see where we're at. So we have 350 plus 300 plus 150. You can do this with me on your calculators. Plus 5 for the light bulb. Plus 200 for the stove. Plus 150 for a new table. $100 in new chairs. $45 for a light. $65 for a paint, and $200 for a dishwasher. So that leaves us at $1,565. So we still have almost a little over $400 we could spend. So I'm going to suggest that we go ahead and buy the new stove. Can we buy the new stove? We can, I think we can buy the new stove. So we're going to buy a new one. So we're going to take off the 200 and we're going to add $5.99. Okay, so that makes our total, that's probably as close as we're going to get. Our total is, for all of those things, is $19.64. So for $2,000, we were able to at least fix everything, and then we were able to replace a few things like the stove and the dishwasher and the window. But we got, with that money, we got everything working and nothing is broken. So if you want to, you can go through that list and come up with different things that you would do and how you would spend that money. So I think if it was my house and I had a $2,000 budget, that would be how I would spend it, because that gives you a completely working kitchen that actually looks nice. And then you can start saving to replace the refrigerator and replace the dishwasher and replace the sink. You can do those individually, but at least right now the old ones are working. Okay, so it says, think of ways to improve your classroom. Well, we're not in the classroom right now, obviously, but if we wanted to talk about ways to improve our classroom, I would say I would like having a smart board where I can put videos up there for you to see, and it's not just a whiteboard. Like I would like a TV or something where I could actually log in and show you different videos, right? What about coffee? Maybe a coffee bar where you could come in and kind of get some refreshments. That might be a nice way to improve our classroom. What about having more comfortable chairs? I mean, you are sitting there for 3 hours. Maybe having a more comfortable chair might be nice. Okay, so we're done with page 121. Let's go ahead and pull out your student books, your workbooks. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to and complete pages 112 and 113 in your workbook. I'm going to erase this stuff. So we're going to be in the workbook, pages 112 and 113. So go ahead and do those and then come back and we'll go over them together. Okay, so hopefully you did stop the video and you completed pages 112 and 113. So we see another invoice on page 112. So let's go ahead and answer the questions. How much was the 3-bedroom special? Okay, so we see $74.99 and we see in parentheses 3-bedroom special. So the cost of the 3-bedroom special was $74.99. And let's go to number 2. Where was the stained carpet? If you look under the description of work, the biggest box here at the bottom, we see number 3 says extra work for stained carpet in the hall. So A is going to be your answer. How much is the total? We see down here in the dark line, your total is $145.49. So the answer is going to be D, right? Who is the customer? Who is the customer? If we look in the middle box, right here, we see the customer's name is Mickey Morin. So that's going to be answer B. Mickey Morin is our customer. And number 5, how did the customer pay? Now this is hard because it's these tiny little boxes. Hold on, let me make my thing bigger. And it's going to be in these tiny, well, this is backwards and it's really hard, guys. Okay, these tiny little boxes right here. And the one that's checked says he paid with a credit card. So number 5 is going to be C. He paid by credit card. And the last one, which carpet cleaning was the most expensive? Now this is going to be a little harder because it doesn't say, but we know that the hallway right here was part of the 3-bedroom special. But if you look at number 3, it says extra work on stained carpet in the hall. So just for that hallway, because the carpet was so stained and dirty, they charged them an extra $25, making the hallway the most expensive. So your answer for number 6 is going to be D, right? Okay. So let's just look at that page and let's answer a few questions together. What is the name of the company? Sorry, what is the name of the company? Right? The name of the company is Travis Carpet Cleaning, because we see that really large in the upper left hand side of the invoice. Okay, I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to put up some questions and then you can pause the page and write them down and answer them. But let me pause it and I'm going to write some more questions like this one, and then you can pause it and write the answers and we can check them together. Okay, so here are 3 quick questions that we can answer together. If you want to, you can stop the video and answer them yourselves and then come back to check them with me. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start with number 2. Who was the technician? Now, in the top right-hand box, we see the technician was Lisa Travis. She is the person who provided the work. She came out and she cleaned the carpet, okay? What was the date of service? In that same box, we see the date of service. Was 4/16/18. So that would have been April 16th, 2018. What was the invoice number? Okay, so the invoice number is in that same box, and it's number 5554. Now, the invoice number would be important, let's say, if you had a complaint or something like that that you wanted to call about. So you most times they would want you to reference that invoice number. Okay, so that's all of our time for today, and don't forget to put your name in the comment section, and I will see everybody on Wednesday.